good evening, guys. Dave from Pegasus. Today's selection was a little bit disappointed, to be fair. Thought it was looking quite competitive. I think two out, and then it just died on its arse, didn't it? Finished fourth. Um, it was still the right play, I think, to put the full stake on the win side of things. That's definitely where the most value was on the tissue odds. It's just a shame, really, because the winner, I think, would have more than likely been a selection if it had been 7-1 when I was looking and put the bet out this morning. It did have the best form in the race, but yeah, just at sort of 3-1 that it wasn't viable. But yeah, look, it is what it is. I think we got the price about right. I think it went off at 13-2. That's what it was about on my tissue odds as well. So keep saying it. If we get the prices right, we should come out ahead in the long term. We just need to get the winners on the back of it as well. But yeah, okay. On to tomorrow. I've got another big prize tomorrow, and it does come with risks. So I'm just going to put that out there now. Looking at the race in the 7:30 at Ripon. Now, lots of interesting runners here. Mr. Stocks, for example, seemed to win with a little bit in hand last time. Doesn't have the best of draws in stall four, although historically stall four has not been too detrimental to winners of this race over the years. It's been probably 3 or 4 winners from stall four in the last sort of 16, 17 renewals of this race. Um, I still think it's a bit short, to be honest, at 5-2. Now, the reason why I think that is there's 3 or 4 of these that like to get on with things at the start of the race. So you've got Mr. Socks. Now, the place to be is stand side, so higher draws. So Mr. Socks, drawn stall 4. You've got Fortimore, drawn stall 2. True Promise, stall 6. Maybe not too detrimental. And you've got Rebel Empire, who's probably the best drawn of those who like to get on with things. From stall 8. My thought process behind this is if they sort of go ahead with their normal racing tendencies, if you like, you're going to have quite a few of these coming from low stalls, trying to hustle and bustle and get a position early doors. So the race could be a little bit messy in that sense. And one that I really do like is Beyond Borders. At a big price. Now it is from stall 1, which is not ideal, but this horse primarily likes to sort of settle midfield to rear anyway, and come through late. It's a general tendency of this horse, and I think if the race pans out how I envisage it will, that hustle and bustle early doors, lots of horses trying to get the lead or certainly in a prominent position could pay dividends for a closer. Now, do I think this horse could go on and win? It could. I'm more thinking for a place, to be quite honest. Now, I did a video on this horse last year after this race at Chester. I would have potentially liked to have seen it at Chester this week, to be fair, but it was so unlucky in this race. Went off at 33-1, got blocked and checked probably 3 or 4 times in this race. And I did a video after the race to say to watch out for it. So it has been in my tracker. Didn't back it on its first time out because historically first time out it hasn't really done well. It's needed its run on its last 2 seasonal debuts. It's then gone on after its first run to run really decent races. Now ran at Pontefract. It won on its second outing, should I say, at Thirsk as a 2-year-old, and then it went on last year after its seasonal debut to run a solid runner-up. Now beating 6.5 lengths to James's Delight. There's no shame in that. James's Delight is 100 plus rated horse, I think now. At least high 90s. Yeah, 108. I knew it was quite high. It was quite prolific last season. So no real disgrace there when you're looking at the sort of opposition that it's facing today. Now, there's a couple of these that are returning from winter breaks as well, and yeah, it, you would think that they'd need this run. Um, so that sort of automatically rules out a couple in my eyes. As I say, with the dynamics of the race, how it's likely to be sort of early on, I'm expecting this could be a little bit messy and could be set up for something like Beyond Borders. It's had that pipe opener, it has moved stables from Carl Burke to Kevin Frost. That's not too detrimental. Kevin Frost knows the time of day. And one of the other sort of big niggling doubts with me is Tom Eves as a jockey. He's got a particularly poor record um, at Ripon. I think he's like 3 from 60 or something like that overall. And yeah, a very poor record on 4-year-olds and above. So I think all three of his wins have been with on 3-year-olds. Look, I don't get too stuck on those sort of stats, albeit look, it's something to bear in mind. So there are a couple of risks for this one, but overall, if it can show anywhere near the level of form that it showed at Chester back in July last year, then this horse is looking well treated off a mark of 79. As I say, I'm taking a bit of a flyer here on just how I think the race will pan out, but I really do think we're getting a good price for the sort of niggling doubts that I've got, and a good each way price as well. As I said, I think this is value for a place. I'm a little bit reluctant to say that I think this could go and win the race. If things pan out really well, then it could. It's definitely got the ability, but coming from stall one, and there's other horses that are in form, the likes of the Good Biscuit, Fortimore, Mr. Socks in particular. So yeah, depending how it pans out early, I think we've got a good chance of placing here. What price have we got? Yeah, so look, it's a standout with Bet365 at 18 to 1. 3 places. You're getting 16 to 1 with Hills, 888. You've got this Midnight Sport as well. Um, Given Bet365's 18s, William Hill 888. I never really used to like 888, but it's one of them that's up there and gives decent prices, doesn't it? So look, I'm going to take the 16 to 1 for the channel purposes. Um, get on with 365 if you can at 18s. It's sort of bare minimum, really. If you count Midnight, then this bookie here, I don't really know them, but if you count them, then it's four bookies. But yeah, I'll count the main three. So I'll take 16 to 1s for the P&L. It could get bigger in the morning as well, guys. The store one is a little bit of a put off, I imagine, for most punters. But as I say, like I've explained my sort of logic, it is a bit risky, but I think we're getting a decent price, especially if you get on at 18 to 1 with 365. A few stalls sort of up the chain. This was sort of stall 4, stall 5. You know what? I couldn't see this horse in double figures, to be quite honest with you. So yeah, if things go our way and we get a little bit of trouble up front, I think this one could be picking up the place pieces at least at the business end. So yeah, we'll go half a point each way. It is a standout value piece on my tissue odds, but with those sort of big niggling doubts as well, I think it's better to play it a little bit safer. So half a point each way. Grab that 18s with Bet365 if you can. 16s is fair enough. I probably think that if it wasn't for that draw, this horse should be single figures. So yeah, bit of a punt here, but I think we're getting a decent price, guys. Right, I've waffled on a little bit. I will let you go. Best of luck with your bets. Best of luck if you follow me in. Thanks for watching.